Okay, are we live? I believe we are. Hi everybody. Yeah, thank you. You're Alpha. My running kid is here. Um, another open mic, the final open mic for the month of August. Man, August is moving really fast. Um, so I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody for coming out if you are here. This is also a special occasion as well for this Q&A because of the fact is um, the pack now is 9,000 plus strong. Your Alpha thanks you very much for that, people. I appreciate that so much. So the road to 10,000 is now on the way. Now, what did I say? I told you guys this Q is also going to be a little differently because I'm also going to throw questions back at you guys. So that means I'm throwing questions back in, and you got to answer my questions as well as me answering your questions. So let's go. There we go. That's what I need. This is exactly what I need for now. Um, this will work. Let's see. Okay, time to look at the questions, and then so I'll answer. So here's how we're gonna do it. No, what the hell is that? Stop it. So here's how we're gonna do. I'm gonna answer 5 of your questions, and then I throw 2 questions back, and I look for the answers and stuff like that. Hey, that rhymed. Yeah. Uh, I'm hoping I get. Here's what I'm hoping I get. Um, get some interesting questions, especially about Devil May Cry 5. There was a new horror game that was actually they showed the teaser of it. It's developed by the same people that did Until Dawn. So yeah, this should be fun. But let's see if I can find these damn questions. Okay. Because when they see here, I can't. It's not working for me. Uh, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, Dark Primus is here. Okay, my Omnitron is here. Zach is here. Lukey Luke is here. Ringo, Raccoon, I know. And Marion and Devin is here. Shadow Bell. Hello. Yeah. Uh, I made food for Dad. I made the fish. He seems a little bit up like it. No, no, even alright. I still gotta talk to him a little bit. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. Um, my apologies for that. Once again, guys. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to say that the new Captain Marvel series by Jeff Johns is going to be a merging of the classic and is new 52 take on the character, and it will introduce the monster society of evil. Really interesting. Interesting indeed. Uh that's very interesting indeed. Okay, Zach says hey, Lukey Luke says hey. You also asked me, Luke, did you ever think you'd get 9,000 subs? No, I didn't. I didn't think I was gonna get 100 subscribers, but I did. Um, and it pushed from there. Went from 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 5, 6. And then I got 900, and then I hit 10,000. I mean 1,000, excuse me. Then 2,000 came, and 3,000 came, and 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm over 9,000. Uh, and I'm gonna keep going if I can. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep it going, as Dashi would say. Keep it going and see how much I can get. Like I said, always just push forward. You know, the road to 10,000 now is on the way. Uh, he also asked me, do I like Minecraft? Not really. I don't play it. Not at all. Omnitron. Oh wait, I gotta make sure I keep track of those questions. Oh, that there's just two so far. Okay, Omnitron asked me Ultron or Brainiac. I think I'm. I would say Ultron to some degree. The reason why I don't say Brainiac, I love Brainiac, but I say Ultron because he is the building of man in a sense, or one man. That it evolved, and that's always the scariest thing about animatronics and things like that. In general, is like we see it in movies a lot. They learn, we watch, they learn, they evolve, and sometimes they evolve into good, and they also evolve into bad. A good example of that is iRobot. Look at that. There you go. Okay. Do you like Gwen Stefani? Yeah, I like her. She's pretty good. Okay. So I think that was five questions. So one, two, three, four. Wait, one, two, three, four. No, one more. Hey, yes, rest in peace, Jim Anvil Neihart. Grew up with that guy, so of course, when I see wrestlers that I grew up with, matter of fact, you know, when I see that, it does hurt. It hurts to see the guys that I grew up with pass away, and my heart goes out to Natty and the rest of the Hart family. I saw a picture. I actually posted a picture with the Hart Foundation from the Attitude Era, and only one that was still in color was Brett, and I'm just like, that's so true, and it's so sad. So yeah, Jim definitely will be missed. Uh, it really was. And speaking of wrestling, go check out my review, my thoughts on this week's NXT Takeover. I talked about it. Finally, I brought back wrestling talk. I brought it back for that. Um, Android or Apple. Um, oh wait, excuse me. That that was five questions, right? All right. First question for me is, what do you guys think of the news? Brendan Fraser playing Robot Man in the Doom Patrol movie, in TV show. Excuse me. That's my first question to you guys. I'm looking for your answers. Um, Next question, Luki asks me Apple or Android. I always stick with the Android. I have the 9 Plus, so yeah, there you go. I have never had an Apple phone or anything like that. What's up, leader? I'm good. I'm fine. Amachan, did you see the full reveal of Dante? He's not older. He's just has a beard, proving that really. I didn't think he was old anyway, because of the fact that most half demons or half breeds or anything, they don't age. They have. Remember, Dante had his was in full control of his demonic powers when he was 9 years old. So it's like, yeah, I saw it, I liked it. Somebody actually wanted me to react to it, but I can't. Um, but I watched it. I liked what they showed. They showed more of what Nero's arm could do, and everything like that. But then they showed some more Dante, and that was crazy to see that motorcycle that he's riding is actually weapons. That blew me away. I was like, yeah, that was great. Um, so okay, that was two. Next two. Okay, Primus, who do you think is the villain in Captain Marvel? Marvel. The Marvel. Well, the major villain, I'm not sure. Well, the major villain is the Scrolls. So we and Ronan the Accuser is going to be back in it. All the Kree, because this does involve the Kree Scroll War. So um, I wish I could say Super Scroll could be in it or Pybok, you know, but unfortunately they can't. I don't think yet, because Pybok is a scroll that has the powers of the X Men. He's a Super Scroll that has powers of the X Men, and you all know what Super Scroll Clerk has. Um, but they're gonna have the scrolls basically. Um, Marion, what is your favorite moment between Kratos and Arius? Mine is the one where he tells them that they will be the gods that chose to be. I think. See, I can't even really answer this question because I'm not sure hasn't played God of War, so I can't really answer that without spoiling something. All I can say, there is some scenes that were really touching between father and son. Mostly all the scenes that were between father and son, I did enjoy. I enjoyed those. Those were definitely the ones I liked. Um, so that was one more. Okay. Hey, do you read the Ghostbusters comics for IGN? Not IGN. You mean IDW? Yes, I do. Um, so the next question is, this should be funny. I'm looking forward to hearing this answer. Number two, question number two for me is, what does everybody think of Wolverine's new costume? How long do you think it's gonna last? I should say. Okay, Omnitron, did you hear that Lois Lane is going to be in the new CWDC crossover this year? Oh, what? Really cool. That'd be interesting. I want to see who they get to play Lois. That'd be really cool. Do you like Family Guy? Lukey Luke asks me. Some, yeah. Not. I don't. I'm not a. I watch some, but not a big avid watcher. What's your thoughts on the X Men Disassembled arc? Interesting. Very interesting. I don't think they're gonna disassemble. Why would you bring back the one of the flagship X Men titles just to disassemble the X Men? No, that's stupid. I think it is gonna play into something kind of like they did Avengers Disassembled, but no, I don't think it's going to. I don't think they're gonna disassemble. No, but I'm interested. I'm very interested. Uh, Who is your favorite Hulk villain and why? I would say Ross, actually. Not the leader. It's not Titanus. It's not Zags. It's not um, the Abomination. Yeah, it's actually Thunderbolt Ross, actually. He is the embodiment of misunderstanding and what he's an example of what you don't want the military to be. And a person that kind of, in my opinion, abuses his power. And he has done that several times. Um, I don't even consider Ross a good father. I don't. Look at what he did to his own daughter when he turned her into the Red Hulk. He did that. But she doesn't have that power anymore. She lost it during the whole Mr. Green when he started taking gamma radiated all the gamma rated characters. He took their gamma powers away. I think except sorry about that. He took their powers away um, except for Jen. But Scar's power, he doesn't have his powers anymore. Um, and I don't think Ross has his anymore because there's a new Red Hulk. All right, let's see. Next question would be, let's see. One more question. Do you like Metallica? Hell yeah. One of my favorites. Yes, I do. I love Metallica. Um, one of my goals is to actually get to go to one of their concerts. But yes, I do love Metallica. So next question I can throw back at you guys is excluding Spider-Man. What is an upcoming game you guys want to play and have? There you go. Um, let's see. First, let's start looking for some of them those answers. Um, okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Zach says Brendan needed it. Um, he, I would say he needed it because he's been working. He's on the show The Affair, and he's on the show the FX anthology series called Trust. But this is good for him. Interesting to see him get the role. That's from Primus. And he's not just going to be the voice of the character. He actually going to do motion capturing like Josh Brolin did and everything like that. And you're going to see him in flashback before the accident. Um, I'm not sure how I feel about that, as Marion says. Okay, so that's some of those questions right there. Back to some of the okay. Shadowgraph also, Chris, how much do you want to bet that Cyclops is going to make a return after the storyline? Cyclops being Dick Summers being resurrected? Um, maybe. I, I really wouldn't care if he was. Um, I just recently read the what was it? X Men Red, or I think it was one of them. It was an annual where we have, because y'all, if y'all don't know this, if y'all know, Professor Xavier is alive again. He is alive, but it's complicated how to. But he doesn't go by Professor. He just goes by X. He's younger, still very powerful, and we saw a reunion between the first class. Warren, Bobby, Hank, and Jean. They were having dinner, and then Professor came in, and they were like, "Who the hell are you?" And she just said, "Jean knows," and they say, "He's Professor. He's Professor Xavier." and it's complicated, but it happened during Charles Soule's run of Astonishing X-Men. Um, but yeah, he's back. Uh, but he played out a scenario for them that showed them like what the world could be like without the X-Men, and so he played that off, and it was really good. It was a really good story. I actually enjoyed that. It was almost. Omnicron says it almost killed me when Ultimate Warrior left us. As a kid, when I was saw him, he was instantly my favorite, and always will be. Rode the spaceship and yeah, I mean, yeah, yo, that dude. Yes, I can instantly say that too. When 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 Ultimate Warrior passed, that hurt me. That that sincerely hurt. I was like, oh, he just went to the Hall of Fame, and came out the next night. He cut this inch. Just it was almost like it was like he held on to this promo or this speech for so long, and just it was crazy. Um, Lukey Luke favorite McDonald's food. My God, Lukey, you ask me more questions about food and stuff like that than anything anybody else. Favorite McDonald's food nugget. I've said this before. Nuggets. I won't eat too many other stuff from McDonald's. I'll throw down on some nuggets. Um, Also, I'm glad. I'm just glad is. I'm glad to see Brendan Fraser get back in the game. I love his movies. Highly underrated actor to me. Yeah. I'm trying to remember this. I was trying to. I just talked about it not too long ago. I was trying to remember this movie where he starred with Chris O'Donnell, and he was gay in like a boarding, a all male school, and the school was razzing on him about it, and I forgot the name of it. And there was one scene I'll never forget. It was raining, and he was outside the school just calling them out like, "Come fight me!" I was like, "This is good." And yeah, damn, I can't remember the name, but it was a good movie. I'm the Tron XSB next year. Marvel can use the X Men Fantastic Four stuff because by that time it'll be legally. Yeah, yeah, next year about the same time Avengers 4 comes out. So yeah, everything the deal will be done there. So yeah, we'll be sometime soon seeing the children of the Atom in the first family. That'd be great. Super Scroll had the power of the Fantastic Four. I didn't no. I said Pybok. I didn't say clerk. I said Pybok. Do your research. Super Scroll is not the only Super Scroll. There's a Super Scroll called Pybok. He's called the Power Scroll. He has the powers of the X Men, the original. I didn't say Super Scroll. Um, Top notch gaming twins. Hey bro, I love your reactions to a lot of videos. So great. Thank you. Um, Funniest Hulk moment. I tend not to really think of Hulk being funny, so I can't really say. Um, I don't have one. I really don't. Uh, Next question. What was it? I had it in my head and I dumped it. Uh, oh, man, what was it again? Oh, damn it! I forgot what it was. Oh, that's okay. I, I, brain fart. I had it. There we go. Um, MCU's when I should say this when Marvel gets to use the X Men again. Who do you want as the team actually? Because personally, me, I don't want Wolverine on that team. I want Wolverine in his own movie. Then he jumps into the X Men, like kind of like giant size X Men. So there we go. Give Wolverine a better costume. Okay, is the Wolverine question. I haven't seen it yet. It's it's the first time I've heard of it. Really? It's been up now. They've showed it. I give it maybe a month. I haven't. Okay, Wolverine's new costume is going to last exactly as long as it takes him to get back to, which is, it will be ditched and go back to either the red, blue. It's not gonna last. I'm telling you, it's a month. I give it a month. I give it a month. Wolverine looks sick as hell in that new costume. I don't know. It looks alright. I'm real more interested about the heated claws and stuff. That's gonna be interesting. That's what I'm gonna check. I don't know. Is Immortal Hulk good? I'm thinking of getting into it in the trade. Hell yeah, that is. Al Ewing is doing a great job with that series. The fact that they've given Hulk kind of like a horror vibe. Al Ewing is given like a horror vibe. Joe Bennett's artwork is great. But yeah, it's really good. It goes deeper into the psyche of the Hulk. You get to see that, yo, he's just as smart as Bruce. Um, and he's immortal. But Bruce Banner can die. He can't. So yeah, it's it's good. I definitely recommend it. When it comes out in the trade, I do recommend you buying it. Um, um, this disassemble. I don't know. Yeah, you don't think it works? We'll see what it does. That's the first arc. It's a 10-part arc, so I'm just wondering what's gonna happen. Um, so we'll see. All right, next question comes from Boss Channels. What brand of underwear do you most like? Okay, I don't know if this is a troll question or not, but I will happily answer that. I'm more of a Hanes dude. There you go. Um, there you go. Or some. No, I'm not telling you that one. But so yeah. Thank you for that question. That's funny. Uh, Hulk moment that made you tear up or cry. Nothing. Nothing really made me tear. I've never had a Hulk moment that made me tear up or cry. Even some of the saddest things, never. Even Peter David's run didn't make me tear up. I just was, but never cried. I tell you, recently what made me cry was um, was this. That's this is the recent thing that made me cry, tear up. Fantastic Four 646. That's the Return of the First Family. That made me cry. There you go. And speaking of which, that's my next question. What did y'all think of that? If you read it, what did you think of it? And I also thought, how do you guys feel about Ben getting married to Alicia Masters? Frankly, for me, I think it should have happened a long time ago. Um, Red Dead Redemption 2 for me all the way. In some ways, I'm more hyped for that than Spider Man. That's a good one. Definitely looking forward to playing that too. Upcoming game would be Devil May Cry 5 and Just Cause number 4. I tried to get into Just Cause and I just didn't like it. I tried the third one. I was like, I don't like it. It just felt like some parts was rushed and some parts like there was some glitches and some of it. I was just like, I don't like this. That's just me. Um, Call of Cthulhu and Darksiders 3. That's a good one too. Those are good. I'm a H.P. Lovecraft guy, so Cthulhu, good stuff. Hey everyone, my game I'm looking forward to is Sekiro Shadows died twice. Okay, oh, I gotta check that. I think I saw it. I haven't looked at the trailer yet, so I gotta check it out. Let's see. Uh, don't Wolverine's new costume looks like he just catered is catered? Yes, he does. He looks like something out of um. If anybody's ever been to a restaurant called P.F. Chang's, they wear that color scheme, and I was like, he looks like he works at P.F. Chang's. I was cracking up with that. That's why I say it's not gonna last. It's not. It's not. It won't last. It won't last. Uh, did you hear that Iceman they're going to do an arc in, or it may be a issue I forgot where this. Yep, I saw that, and I saw that. Yep, the Spider Friends are getting back together. I love when they do that. When they have Spidey, Iceman, and Firestar in comics. They've done it a lot. They've done it several times, and I've always enjoyed it. That's always fun. Um, to see, it's always fun to see them together. Okay, here's a question. Next question for you guys. Um, if you could choose one anime character to be forever, who would it be? There you go. Next question. Marion, do you think it's ironic that Ross became the Red Hulk? Yep. Well, he was the Red Hulk. It was not ironic. It was more like poetic justice. He became what he chased for years, and I love that fight with the Hulk. And Hulk even said that too. Like you become what you hated. Now look at you. You had to basically he told him you stooped. You had to stoop. You had to become the monster to take on the monster. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Darth Primus. What are your thoughts on the new comic, X Men Black comic series? Which it's not a comics. It's not a series. It's actually just a mini. They're just gonna have one shots of the different X Men villains. That's fine. I know. I think the Magneto one is gonna be written by Chris Claremont. I definitely may pick that one up. Anything Chris Claremont, Mr. X Men himself. Yeah, I'm on board. Top notch gaming. Who's your favorite WWE legend? Mine has always been Stone Cold Steve Austin forever. Favorite? I have too many because I grew up. I'm not just a WWE guy. I'm a wrestling dude. I grew up with WCW, AWA, NWA. I was a wrestler. I'm not in the WWE bubble, so to speak. And Stone Cold, I love him. My brother loves him even more. That was the guy that he gravitated to. Stone Cold came around the time when it was needed. Um, but for me, there's just too many. I like Stone Cold. Bret Hart will always be my dude. He gave me his glasses one time where at a live event in Madison Square Garden. Um, and then my dad stepped on him. Um, so yeah, it's hard to say. Bret Hart is Ricky Dragon Steamboat. There's I have too many. That's the problem. It's hard to do a list even. Let's see. Dylan Malone, what are you looking forward to in Devil May Cry 5 the most? For me, basically, I think it's the story. It's more of the story. Where does this officially take place? Um, what did Dante see on the other side? because I'm sure this is taking place after two. Um, who's the guy that cut off Nero's arm? Um, and things like that. Will we even if it? A lot of us are saying it is Virgil, and if so, will it be revealed that Virgil, and there's all this speculation that Nero is related to Virgil. So it'd be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. The only thing I don't want is him and Dante fighting again. I no, don't do that. Just if they meet up, you know, team up. And other stuff. Dante trusted Nero, so at the end of four, remember, he left him with the Zach the Thunder King. It was cool. It was school ties, and he wasn't gay. He was Jewish. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'm trying to remember. He was Jewish. School ties. Thank you very much. That's what I was trying to remember that all day. Um, favorite Led Zeppelin song. That's a hard one, but I think always one of my go-to is the Immigrant Song. Come on, that's just too. That beat alone is just something to get amped up for. So when it literally is about Vikings. If you listen to the lyrics, they're talking about Valhalla, all that. I'm like, I first heard that when my mom first played that for me. I was like, wait, like, are they talking about Vikings, mom? And she was like, so stuff like that. So yeah. Um, my next question. Um, no, I got one more before I go. Do you the West? Do you agree with the firing of James Gunn and what this means for the future of uh, uh, Guardians of the Galaxy? I talked about this before. And I said that it is becoming now to an age where you got to watch what you say, especially for celebrities. You got to watch what you say. Um, and these were tweets that were picked eight long time ago before Gunn has changed, because Gunn has even said he was kind of eccentric and things like that. But I'm sorry, there are some things that you shouldn't be making fun of or joking about, and rape is not one of them. Um, Anything like that, child abuse thing, don't joke about that. Um, but then there's a part of me that's like, but Disney, you hired this guy, so you had to add somewhat new about these tweets. Why now are you bringing it up now? He's not mad about it, but I can understand where the staff and the cast is coming from. They support him and everything like that. Feige tried hard to get him back. He tried. They really tried, but Disney, the big wigs at Disney, are standing by their pull on it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I kind of understand it. Um, this means I don't even think they're going to use his script. And if that's the case, um, Dave Bautista said if they don't use his script, then he's gone. He's gonna leave. However, I don't think that's for everybody. But however, if you do that, Mr. Batista, you've already signed the contracts. That's a breach of contract, and Disney could sue you. Marvel and Disney could sue you over breach of contract. So I would chill with that. And speaking of Guardians, that was my next question. If they have to recast, relaunch, or remove the cast, or the cast doesn't come back, and you bring out a new team of Guardians, who would you want to see? Because honestly, if they do that, and this actually came from a question somebody posted on Facebook. I saw it and I was like, okay, this is a good one. Personally, me, I was like, just go with the original Guardians. We saw them in Volume Two, all of them. Well, yeah, we saw Vance, we saw Vance Astrick, we saw Charlie 27, we saw Starhawk, just the female version, and Michelle Yeoh played her. We saw Martinex, played by Michael Rosenberg. Yeah, that's five right there. Um, and well, Ronan's dead, but I mean not Ronan. Yondu's dead. He was the original. He was one of the original Guardians. But yeah, I could see some. I could see that. Um, Next question. Okay, that'll do. All right, next question. I had to charge this thing up because it just let it out of me. Let's see. Next question. Okay. Oh, Tim. Hey, Tim. What's your favorite band, artist, or if you don't have a number one, what's your top five? That's hard either way. Um, uh, Bands, I can kind of go a little bit with bands. No, I can't. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't even go. Well, okay, one of the bands definitely is Metallica. Love Metallica. Um, Definitely love. I'll just pick around. I'm sorry. I'll pick a band and I'll pick some artists. Metallica's definitely one. Um, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, um, Jimi Hendrix. I love Jimi Hendrix. Um, it's, there's so many. It's so many, Tim. It's hard to even do that. It's hard. Dark Promise. Which superhero movie do you think is funnier? Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant Man, or Deadpool? Um, let's see. Which one was I laughing at more? That's the because that's how I can deter what was funnier to me. Um, I was laughing more at Deadpool than Ant Man, or Guardian, so I say Deadpool. What's good? My question is, would you read a crossover between Masters Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I would in a heartbeat. I don't think they've never crossed over. No, they never crossed over before. It'd be interesting to see the turtles meet the most powerful man in the universe. Um, just recently, in Injustice versus Master of the Universe, He-Man fought Bane. Yeah, Bane, you stupid motherfucker. Yeah, He-Man was in disguise, but still, he ain't lose his strength. So Bane got beat up by He-Man. It was like, what was he thinking? Um, Wolverine in his own movie, and I'll throw down with the Wendigo and the Hulk. Well, we'll have to see if Hulk survives Infinity One. The next one. So, uh, yeah, kind of playing off his first appearance would be interesting. The first class for the MCU, if they do something other than the first class, they will really need to sell me on the lineup. We've had too many movies where they just messed up the teams. That is absolutely undeniably correct, in my opinion. That is a good statement right there. Um, the X Men movies in general, in terms of the teams, have mostly focused on who's the popular X Men. Look at the first lineup; those are like the familiar people. And when they were gonna do the first, when they said they were doing X Men First Class, I'm thinking, oh, okay, somewhat of what they were gonna, because in the first X-Men movie they said that Jean, Cyclops, Storm were my first student, and then they mentioned Beast. So I'm like, okay, those are gonna be four. But no, they went way out there and went all over the place with Darwin. Technically, Darwin was technically, um, well, he wasn't the first class. He was like part of the second class. Before Professor got Thunderbird and Storm and all them. But yeah, I definitely can agree on that. Top notch gaming. Can't wait for Shadow of the Tomb Raider next month. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's the next that one's coming out. I'm really glad that they put an emphasis on Laura. Laura Croft. Um, the first game did enjoy. I have not finished the second one, so yeah, I have too many games. Let me see. Chris, would you? Excuse me. Uh, Comic Freak X. Chris, would you like a another Sleeping Dogs? Ooh. Um. I would actually like another Sleeping Dogs. They're working on a movie, right? With Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen's, I don't know. I think he's playing Wen. She won. I think so. But yeah, I wouldn't mind another Sleeping Dogs. Um, Next up, some questions are coming. Okay, stop me if when I ask. Did you see the new Devil May Cry 5? If not, please. I did see it, Sinquan. I enjoyed it. I talked about it earlier. Look at it. That's a funny question. Okay. um, Chris, Shadow God. I mean, Comic Freak X asks me, Chris, a serious question. If you don't mind answering, if you can't, you can skip it. But could you tell us a story about your mother? Um, uh, I can. If I cry, I'm sorry, but I can. Okay. Uh, People seem to enjoy the story times when I talk about her. Okay. Um, if you didn't know this, and if you never heard me talk about it, my mother, my late mother, um, she she had very muscular legs. She was Her legs were very muscular. Like when I would see her in Daisy Duke shorts and stuff like that when I was younger, you could see every muscle rippling, plop plop. I'm not to the point where it's just like, whoa, like. And I used to ask my mom too, was she like a bodybuilder or something? No, she wasn't. But she ran track in high school. She was very fast. And to bring that to the test, Sean, um, I used to challenge her to races outside. So we go outside, and this is I'm 10, 11, you know, and we go outside and race, and I see her stretching and stuff, and I didn't stretch. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna beat my mom. Don't worry about it. And I'm getting a little cocky, so I got this. So we go outside on the block. Start. There was a stop sign right by my house, right there, our house, right there, and we would start there. And she's like, at the end of the block, that's it. And she said, you can even say it. And I said, on your mark, get set. And then she stopped me the first time. She's like, wait. She's like, wait, baby. She's like, take a few steps forward. Like, get a lead. I'm like, wait, what? That's not fair. And she's like, no, go ahead, do it. So I took maybe like 4 steps forward and go. So we running, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna win. I got this big lead, and next thing you know, I look to my left because she was on my left, and she just is right next to me, and then she just kind of like winked at me and took in this extra burst, similar like the road. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, and she was a road runner, and she took off, and all I saw was the back of her head, and I looked and I almost stopped because I couldn't believe it. I thought I was winning, and so we I was like, okay, we're gonna do this again, and we're gonna go another block. Like instead of just one block, we went two block. And she said, do it again. Took off. She was down that block, not heffing and puffing at all. And she just say, she's like, it's okay, little man, you'll get me next time. We did that for the next 3 years. I never beat her. Ever. Ever, Sean. I never beat her in a race. That's how fast my mom was. Special woman she was. And hey, I didn't cry, so there you go. I told you guys, as I always tell you, Sean, that because I know Sean, you ask me those things. You always ask me that stuff. It hurts all the time that I don't have her anymore, but it's those memories like that that subsides that pain. So yeah. Um, let's keep going. Okay. Have you read the fan comic JL8, which has the entire DCU as elementary kids? It was actually well written. I read a little bit, haven't read all of it, but what I read I did enjoy. Which Looney Tune character, this is from Marion, or which Looney Tune character would you like to see mess with uh, Laurel and Hardy? Daffy Duck, I guess. um, I would like to see the original five X-Men in a solo MCU outing, but don't use Magneto until the sequel. Ooh, I like that. Um, the new Fantastic Four had me crying, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. Me neither. I haven't read the latest Fantastic, but Ben getting married is about time. Yeah, he proposed to Alicia. She said yes. He wanted Johnny to be his best man. Johnny said nope. He said no. That should have gone to Reed. They had a big argument. Johnny flew off, screaming up in the air like, Reed, I know you're out there. Like, you're the smartest person. You find a way. And he came to realize that maybe Ben was right. Like, they're gone. Little did we know, all of a sudden, ching, a signal comes up for. So yeah, and a lot of people saw it too. I haven't read the video, but I'll check it out at some point. Okay, I heard rumor that they were going to do, instead of making Bobby Drake gay, was making him transgender. That that makes no sense. Thank God that's a rumor. That would make no sense. It's good to see the Fantastic Four finally coming back together. I hope they don't screw the marriage between Ben and Alicia. I doubt it, because Alicia understands what Ben goes through. She's no way. But we know that. But the, it's the company that probably, because in the comic books, don't matter what company, they all seem to don't think that superheroes and heroes can have relationships and everything like that. It's bullshit. And I was trying not to curse in this whole video, but I dropped one. Okay, okay. Just making sure. I saw you wearing Fruit of the Loom Brands underwear a week ago in a video. Thank you. What the hell? Yeah, well, I kind of switched between them at one point. So yeah. Okay. Who is your favorite entity in SU Lovecraft? Is the top? Oh. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm not even trying to pronounce that name though. Uh, Primus says Goku. Top Notch says Alucard. Ooh, from Helsing. Will Miser says Frieza. Really? Okay. Originally Firestar was going to be Human Torch in the cartoon, and they were going to make her Mary Jane with powers, but they decided to make her an original character. Yeah, I know, but then they also the I love how they transitioned her into the comics with that 4-part miniseries that Claremont wrote. That was good. Um, Broly, but I would use my abilities to help others. How? If you're Broly, then you're fucked. You're flipping out. Okay. What are your thoughts on SummerSlam? Will you do a video on it? No, I will not. This year's SummerSlam was at best, especially what they fucking did with that women's match. Um, I may do that. Talk about my steampunk queen. Man, they fucked that up. I fuck that shit. Okay. I'm trying. If I'm going to be an anime character forever, it would be All Might. Good one. I like that. Anderson from Helsing. Okay. Did you see the MWO announcement teaser? No, I didn't, but I've heard about it. Do you like the UFC? I talked about that. Yes, I do. There's a question. I'll throw that back at you guys. Do you like the UFC? Who's your favorite UFC fighter? Um, Dylan Malone. Any Marvel characters you want to see in the MCU? Dude, I want to see them all. It's that's not even a question. I want to see them all. Some shape or form come through. But make it right. Don't just throw them in there for shits and giggles and stuff like that. Just to have a purpose. The way they like, for example, look how they did Falcon. I actually liked how they did Falcon in the MCU. They mixed some of the 616, but a lot of the Ultimate version to give Cap a partner in the modern time that can also relate to him as a soldier. I thought that was really interesting what they did with Sam. And still to this day, watching Winter Soldier, that opening scene where Steve him is just jogging and Steve just comes on your left. Yeah, I got it on my left. On your left. Don't you say it. Don't you say. Come on. It's just I love that. It was good stuff. Did you hear that Iron Fist season 2 will have mention of Spectre Industries to set up Moon Knight? Really? So they're gonna use Spectre. I that's interesting. I would have had it better if they had set him up in Punisher, because Mark Spector was a Marine. He was a mercenary. I would have liked that better. His other side where he has his kind of rich tycoon type, but that's okay. To answer your next question, I immediately answer would be Goku, but to think about it, I'm torn between Ichigo or Isia from I hope I'm saying it right. From high school. I still have to watch that. Do you agree when you see Wolverine and Logan in the Logan movie, you saw a broken man? Yes. Has Ryan Johnson had a mess of new trilogy, or is it going to be work out in the end? Are we talking about what was that? That was the I. Is it the Star Wars stuff? I'm not sure. My answer would be Future Trunks. Trunks, okay. Plus, Immigrant Song says Hammer of the Gods will drive your ship to the house. So it even mentions Thor kind of. Yeah, man, like that was a great. themes. That's why I was not surprised that they used it in Thor Ragnarok. It was perfect. It was like, okay, top notch. Steve Austin versus Rock versus McMahon versus or Steve Austin versus Rock or McMahon versus Rock. Which rivalry did you like? I like them both, but I would think vicariously I like the Steve Austin McMahon because that was kind of like we kind of could live vicariously through that. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I never had a boss where I hated. But I know there's some people out there that had bosses that they did not like. And they wanted to deck them a couple of times, and Steve stunnering Vince and the twitching he used to do was hilarious. It was great. It was great. Hey Chris, what do you think of the Drake challenge? I think it's the most dumbest challenge I've seen where people want to get out of their cars and do it. So much for common sense. What's the Drake challenge? I never heard of this shit. What is this? Some stupid challenge. Whatever, man. Never heard of it. Man, are you an Elder Scroll or a Fallout fan? Mm, not neither. I have Fallout 4, um, and I got it because actually I got it free, so it was. But I'm neither really one of them at all. You know, I play Fallout 4 from time to time, but I haven't even gotten halfway through the game. Have you watched Small Soldiers? Yes, I have. I remember that movie. Um, okay, next question. Here we go. My question to you. All right, Home Alone 1 or The Sandlot? There you go. Deal with that. Okay, what am I saying? Which cartoon is the most underrated? Downtown, Dilbert, or The Critic? I watched The Critic. It was all right. I those shows were I was never really interested in those shows as much. You know, I had a friend that watched The Critic religiously, and Dilbert too, but I wasn't really into them. Sorry. Darth Vader, no thanks. I thought the Guardians were perfectly casted. Uh, well, the way they're going now, they may recast, so you gotta get used to that. Favorite Spider-Man villain, mine is Venom, Craven the Hunter. Okay. My question to you guys. Next question I'm gonna ask because um if they are really gonna go through with this Supergirl movie, who should be the villain? There you go. So you got two questions now. You got the first one, Home Alone or The Sandlot, and now the Supergirl question. And says I have. Wow, is that true? Yeah, it is. It says 18 people. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Damn. Okay. See now, here we go. I knew I was missing some fucking questions. I knew it. See, because of the damn. Okay. So if I missed everybody, I apologize. Okay. No, here we go. No, we good. We good. If they bring in another Guardians of the Team for them, it should have Beta Ray Bill and Gladiator. I want to see the Shi'ar in the MCU. We know Beta Ray Bill does exist in the MCU. We saw that statue. So yeah, it's hard for me to recast the Guardians. Sorry, really? Eh, hmm. Have you seen the trailer for Overlord? If not, please react, Chris. Um, Overlord, Overlord. I think I did. I have not. Might it won't. I just have to watch and I'll just tell you about it because I. Terry, hold on. Thank you. Say if Disney were to rehire Fun Gun, what do you think the repercussions would be? They're not okay. Hypothetically, the only thing I can think of is he. I don't know. I really don't know. That's just stupid. Um, Comic Freak X, Chris, what do you think about being back in being back in Tekken 7 and the new DLC character for Soul Calibur 6? Yeah, they announced Lay's coming back. He's like in a like leather jacket. He's cool, showing off all his different styles. That was really cool, kind of laid back. And for the latest DLC character for Soul Calibur 6 is Terra. The fuck is, I'm forgetting her name. The crazy girl with the ring sword. I'm forgetting her name. She's crazier than ever in this one. Like you're talking about make you let me hear your screams. I'm like this chick is fucking nuts, as always. Um, Terry, hold on. What do you think of what happened in Avengers 4? And do you think Tony or Steve will die? It's going to be a lot of changes, definitely. We're going to see the old guard, probably see mostly all the old guard leave who are not still under contract leave. So Chris Hemsworth, Tony, Cap. I wouldn't be surprised seeing the Trinity of the Avengers leave. I believe um, it's never really it's never really I've never really known if how long was Scarlett Johansson's contract for. Um, I know J- Mark Ruffalo still has some movies left for the Hulk. Uh, Tom, T'Challa, all of them, they're coming back. So yeah. But we'll if Steve dies, I'll be upset because he's my favorite MCU character. Yes, even over Tony Stark. I I I can't even say it because just as much I love him as Steve Rogers. He's just been so good. What up, Chris? Congratulations, Scotty. Thank you. Favorite horror movie from the '80s? The Howling. Yeah, Howling or or Werewolf in London. Yeah. Uh, if Connor Kent comes back, do you think he should share the Superboy name with John or sorry about that? Or should we see DC should we see DC let him mature into his own identity? Um, I wouldn't mind him getting a new name. Let Jonathan stay Superboy. Let Connor become another name. Maybe something else like um, I was gonna say Power Boy, but no, I don't call him that. Yeah, that could work. That's just one. But yeah, let him. Did you know that Sleeping Dog was actually going to be True Crimes 3? Yes, I did. Um, it was going to be a part of the True Crimes series, but nope. Good morning from Perth, Western Australia, mate. Okay, got some of my Aussie Pack members here tonight. And it's good morning. So yeah, how when it's in the morning in Australia. Wow. But thank you so much for being here. L. Johnson. Congratulations on 9,000. Thank you so much. Um, okay. Hey, Chris. All good, mate. Man. One more music question. What do you think about guitar legend? Is he SRW V? Is he somewhere in your top 5, 10, or 3? Oh yeah, he's up there. He's up there. It's not. I would say he's in my top 10. There's I I have my top 5 set, but yeah, he's there. There's yes, indeed. Sorry. Marion, I'm not sure if if you think it's scary or not, but what do you think makes the Slender Man scary? I ain't scared of that shit. I'm sorry, he does not scare me. Slender Man does not scare me. It doesn't scare me at all. You know, a tall, faceless guy in a suit or not, that doesn't scare me. And it doesn't. He does nothing to me. You know what scares me? You know what? Who scares me? Michael Myers. That scares me because that shit could be real. Slender Man don't do shit to me. And I tried not to curse through this whole Q&A, but I did. Uh, Cinqua, have you ever thought about replaying the old DMC games? Starting play? Yes. Um, what movie did you love as a kid? As a kid, doesn't hold up well now. Oh, that's easy. Masters of the Universe. I was as a kid, my dad took me and my cousins to see that in movie theaters, and then I saw it again when I was like 12, and even at that age, I was like, what was I watching? Don't get me wrong, Frank Langino, Langella did a good job as Skeletor. I'm not gonna lie, but the rest of that movie is crap, stupid. That's why I hope this new one pays homage to what I grew up with. Okay. What am I know you watch Hercules and Xena, but what did you watch the third series, Young Hercules, with Ryan Got? A little bit. I wasn't because personally to me, there was already a young Hercules when Hercules would do his flashbacks when he was younger. That was the guy I liked as young Hercules. I like this guy, and um, when they did their Young Hercules with Ryan Gosling, I was just like, uh, no. So no, I watched a little bit, not a lot. One more question, and I'll throw a question back at you guys. Okay. Um. Okay. Shadow Godfrey. I mean, not Shadow. Comic Freak X. Man, and why are your questions keep coming up spamming? But Comic Freak X asks me your favorite bromance in comics. Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Easy. Very easy. So different in so many ways, but so such alike too. Which 19, which 97, 98? Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta throw a question back at you. Um, okay. Since Disney is doing all these live action versions of their classic animated movies, give me one that you wouldn't mind seeing a live action version of. There you go. Okay, next up. A 97, 98 animated Hercules movie was better. Which Hercules movie? Xena and Hercules Battles the Olympian or Disney's Hercules? Oh, come on. That's they would that I can't answer that because they were different. They were different versions of Hercules. So I can't really answer that. Can't really answer that. Like two different entities. Like nah, can't answer that. AJ, did you did you hear the rumors of the reason they took Kurt off of TV is because he's gonna be full time when he comes back? What? I never heard that rumor. Yeah, but yeah, Kurt has been relieved of duties for a while, and Constable Corbin is now, which is I don't like. Uh, I understand it hurts, but your mom was good. Oh, God bless her. Thanks, Sim. Is Luke Cage and Jessica Jones ever going to get back together in the Netflix series? It's going to is going to get together. We don't. Hey, it may happen. We don't know. Um, right now, Luke is with Claire. You know. I still have to watch season two of Luke Cage, so don't spoil that for me, guys. I've just been busy watching other stuff before getting to those. Um, and Jessica, she's just been kind of a hot mess. So, yeah, we'll see. It may happen. They may start teasing it more. Um, Will Miser, who do you think will introduce Hercules first, if they ever do? Marvel, MCU, or the world of DC? That's a good question. I would I would think it may be the world of DC, maybe through Wonder Woman, maybe. But then I'm also looking at it from a standpoint of being that Thor is gonna be gone. They need a god or an immortal. Why not be Hercules? I would, and more importantly, I would rather see Marvel's Hercules than DC's Hercules. Because in DC, the original Hercules was a dick, and I did not like that. I was like, nah, no, he's even. I remember him even going on talking about he raped some of the Amazons, which I was like, yeah, nope, no, I'm not with that. Um, Comic Freak X, Chris, have you heard the rumors that Hydro Man may be the villain for the next Spider-Man movie? Yeah, I heard that rumor. Um, Hydro Man, wow, they're going out there with that one. That would be interesting to do. I wouldn't mind seeing Maury Bench. Uh, but the only thing I can think of is, hey, if it's Hydro Man, is like he's. I just would want to know how they bring him in and how he gets his powers. Um, for instance, no. Okay. I'm just trying to. Did you know that Spider-Man is considered a national icon in Japan? Um. Wow, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Spider-Man. Any mystical villains you want on Legend of Tomorrow or Supergirl? I'd like Wu-Tang, Yellow Prairie, or Warlock, or Expedo. Um, I'll Wu-Tang maybe, but if you do Wu-Tang, you gotta bring in Doctor Fate. Um, I would like Faust, Fabian Faust, yeah, Felix Faust. That'd be cool. Um, that'd be real cool. I'd take that. Um, did everybody make it over 9,000 jokes yet? Earlier before that, nobody's done it, but I've had it done earlier before. So yeah, top notch gaming. Who was the greatest Peter Parker actor? I always believed Tobey Maguire was the greatest actor to play him. Tom, I'm young Mr. Holland. Sorry, he. does everything I want for Peter Parker. He cracks the jokes. We need to see a little bit more of his intelligence, but he is everything I wanted in Peter Parker and Spider Man. Um, I've always said Toby, Mr. Maguire set the foundation. Mr. Garfield was just Spider Man at the wrong time. If he was Spider Man, maybe in the MCU it'll work better. Just take out the dickery when he's Peter Parker. Because I didn't like him as Peter Parker, especially when he got his powers. He was showing off. I'm like, no, that's no, don't do that. You know. But other than that, yeah, I'll definitely say that. Let me see, actors. Okay. What is the music? What is that music playing? That is tenth dimension. You actually probably heard it if you ever watched the teaser trailer, the trailer to the first Watch Dogs show, game. That's the music playing on. I like this music. Just keeps me amped up. I want more. I'm more into boxing than UFC, though I have respect for what they is. Okay, I love the UFC. Ken Shamrock. Okay, I love UFC and MMA for years, but ever since the very sold to WME, it's crashed and burned. Belts don't matter. Stupid money fights. CM Punk. It's a mess. Uh, I can see some of that. Yeah, I can understand some of that. The West, I CM Punk is one of those guys. Like, look, man, I give him props because he got in that octagon. Not everybody can just jump into that, you know. But he did. Yeah, he got his ass kicked. But it's just like, okay, he did it, but no more. You lost both of your fights. Just write comics like you've been doing. I'm cool with that. Which outsiders do you want on? Which outsiders would you want on Black Lightning season two? Um, Outside of Grace, because we do have Grace in there, but uh, and Thunder, excuse me. Uh, I would love to see that Earth's version of Katana. That'd be great. Um, yeah, Katana, Geoforce. Maybe Freight Train. They could bring in Freight Train. He was with Ragdoll and ISO coming to Flash. I'm interested. I'm hearing Copperhead, Blockbuster, and Shadow Thief are coming as well. Wait, Icicle and Ragdoll are coming to Flash. That's interesting. Um, Copperhead, Blockbuster. I'm not too sure about those two. Shadow Thief. Not really sure because once again, even though I like the Flash, they fuck up characters and look at what they did to the the um the the Shade. They fucked that character up. I was so pissed. Have you ever read any kaiju novels like Project Nemesis and Atomic Rex? No, I haven't. I'll put that on the list. If a sparring match in a sparring match, Rock Lee versus Isuki from uh, Izuka from My Academy, who wins? I would say Rock on account of more experience. Depending on the season, that's the way I look at it. Um, that's the way I look at it. Depending on the season, there you go. But don't get me wrong. I think it wouldn't be a walk in the park. But yeah, what the hell? Okay. Next up, next question is, what do you think it will happen? What we think will happen to the Marvel shows after what happened in? Well, it's already been said that they've already stated that the Netflix characters this is happening before and all that stuff. So right now they're safe. Wilmot says Home Alone, The Sandlot. Omnitron says The Sandlot because it was one of my favorite quotes. Heroes get remembered but legends never die. Home Alone for me, Sandlot because of the badass dog. That's a bull mastiff. That's what the Hercules was. Home Alone. I meant Home Alone. Um, Sandlot because it reminded me of it reminded me of my old friends and I playing baseball on my neighborhood. Wow, that's cool. Um, I like both, but if I had to choose Home Alone, damn, I would choose Sandlot and Home Alone for Christmas time. But play ball like you play ball like a girl. That's my joy. Who would like to see? Who would you like to see write a SWAT Cats ongoing? Ed Brubaker, Greg Rucka, Gail Simone, or see if you didn't throw Gail Simone in there, I would say somebody else, but Gail Simone all the way. Um, Harry Bain, if Titans gets a second season, would you think Aqualad and Kid Flash maybe and Lilith and Gunarf would be cool? I don't care. I do not care about the Titans, so sorry. I don't care about that show at all. I don't. Do you think Black Cat could make her own standalone film, and if so, who would play her? Sony is still on board with doing a solo Black Cat movie. For their Marvel because they still have a lot of characters too, and their universe still resides on if Venom is good. So Venom has a lot to live up to. If it don't do well, then they ain't nothing. That's it. But who would I want to see play Black Cat? Hmm, that's tough. Man, that's tough. Yeah, y'all. I'll throw that question at y'all too. Yeah, I'll come back to that. I'll think of somebody, but that's a good question. Uh, Granny Goodness. Granny Goodness for the Supergirl. Okay. Brainiac for Supergirl villain. Power Girl. Why? Yeah, thank you. Power Girl isn't a villain. He does it. Okay. What was your reaction to the first Halloween movie's ending when Michael Myers disappeared? Like, what the fuck? It's like, what? Uh, heading to bed. Good night. Thank you. The ring lady is Tara. Thank you. That's what I'm trying. I couldn't remember her name. Favorite Halloween movies. Favorite Halloween. Are we talking about Halloween? Michael Myers Halloween? Because if that, then the first one. Or Halloween movies. Just Halloween. That's it. I'm just doing. How do you feel about Becky Lynch turning heel? I understand why they did it, but the fans are still cheering her. Charlotte should be heel instead of though I like Becky as a heel. Fuck that. Excuse me. Let me get that. Fuck that. Um, I'm sorry. I Becky turning heel just pisses me off. It does. Um, that's the video I may do where I talk about that. You know, I'm telling you. Here's what I'll end right now with. Becky is going to get the same treatment Steve Austin got when he turned heel after WrestleMania 17. I guarantee you. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because nobody's going to want to boo her. Even when she literally did the beatdown, people loved it. And even when she explained herself and people were cheering Becky and booing Charlotte. It's, it's stupid. I'm sorry, I can't. Silver Banshee for Supergirl. I agree. Silver Banshee could work if they did it right. What are your thoughts on Gwen adopting the Ghost Spider title? I'm fine with it. It's a new chapter for her. You know, fine. It's good. Um, Silver Bullet, 1985 was a good werewolf movie. I love Silver Bullet. It's another one I love. Even though the werewolf looked like a bear, but it was good. It's one of my favorites. Well, I gotta head out, Chris. Gotta take the wife to the doctor's when. Thanks. Thank you. Favorite rock band, rock music artist, guitar. Excuse me. Mine is Slash. He's up there. He's definitely up there. What up, Dr. Dre? Yo, I get that a lot. People do think I'm calling me Dr. Dre. Say I look like Dr. Dre. I'm not as big as him, but yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, Silver Bullet was a good movie. Yes, it was. Live action Pocahontas from Disney. Wow, Pocahontas. Lion King. I know it's coming. I'm still confused about the Lion King one. I ain't afraid of no something goes. Okay. Matthew Mann, what do you think of about Buffy Vampire Slayer and the Angels? Loved them. Lo- my cousin, she got me into the Buffy series because when it first came out, when I heard Buffy the Vampire, I was just thinking about the Christy Swanson, you know, Rucker Hauer movie, and I was like, oh, they made a show about that, and I didn't get on board until maybe like season three, and when Buffy fought her principal, who turned out to be a big worm, and but Angel, I watched from the beginning to the end. I was loved Angel. I follow David Boreanaz wherever he goes, whatever TV show he's on. I follow him. That's how much of a fan I am of his. Um, where he went from Angel, then the only thing I wish about Angel is that they had a proper ending. Sword in the Stone would be cool. I'll take that. Live action Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's a good one too. Atlantis lost. Ooh, live action Little Mermaid. They actually are doing that, but they're doing the real story, not the Disney version. Lion King for me. Marion, they are doing a Lion King live action. Aladdin, Matthew, they're doing Aladdin. Mulan, they're doing They just recently showed the actress who's playing Mulan. Live action Hercules from Disney. That'd be interesting. Hydro Man. Wow, I remember him from the '90s cartoon. Yeah, he's a real character. He's not just made up for the cartoon. What do you think about Charm, the original, and its remake coming out? I love the original. Because Alyssa Milano, I grew up with her, so I'm a big fan of hers. And so when I saw her on that show, I was like, that's Alyssa Milano, childhood crush right there. Still hot. She is still gorgeous. Um, the remake that's coming out, I said I will give it a try. I'll see where it goes. Live action, The Black Cauldron, The West. Such an underrated movie. Live action Looney Tunes. What the hell? Need some Warner Brothers films too. I wouldn't mind a live action Hercules only if it's done right. Okay, yo. What about a remake of the Never Ending Story? I don't know because the original is such a beloved movie to me. I don't know if I want to see that. One is a great Peter Parker, the other is a great Spider-Man, and the other is both. Uh, they need to do the Miles. They need to do one with Miles. No, Miles Morales has an animated movie coming out. It's called Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Did you read the latest Venom and what's been happening? No, I'm not reading Venom. I'm not because they keep just adding new nuances to the origin of Venom, and it's bothering me. Um, and I just I answer yeah. What is your opinion on Dark Horse, Image, IDW, Mirage comic companies? I love them. Um, I love them actually. IDW has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I'm a big Turtle fan. Transformers, Image has Witchblade and all this other a lot of stuff. Greg Rucker writes for that a lot. Love Dark Horse. I'm on and off with them because Mirage. Well, Mirage is no more, but yeah, should have thrown in Dynamite and all that, and Zenoscope and Boom. So, what about Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow? What about them? Do I watch them? Yes. Um, I love to see Idris Elba as Braun. What do you think? I don't really mind. I really don't. If it is, it happens. It happens. He's not really, you know. We know Daniel Craig's coming back for the this Bond 25, but we'll see where it goes. Yep, they're the Jessica Jones, Punisher, and the Defenders. Do you think they should give Misty Knight her own series? The Daughters of the Dragon should get a spin-off series. Misty and Colleen. If you don't know, they were a team. They're a team. In the continuity Marvel Comics, they're called they're called the Daughters of the Dragon. I call them the I call them the Cagney and Lacey of the Marvel Universe. One's an ex-cop, now turned PI. The other one is a samurai girl who works with her sister in arm, which is cool. In the comics, Misty got her arm from Tony Stark, not from Danny. But Danny and her were a couple. They were a couple. They were a couple, and I think they were one of the few interracial couples in comics at that time. I could be wrong, but they have broken up recently. After it's been a while, but it happened because of Misty thought she was pregnant. She told Danny she was pregnant with her child, but it wasn't a child. She lied to him about it, and that broke his heart. He couldn't look at her in any the same way, because. But they've kind of made up. But they're on good terms with each other again. Um, okay, AJ asks Justice League song or the X Men animated series song. X Men. Do you think Nintendo will eventually die out like Sega and Atari did, along with other gaming consoles? No, and Sega's not dead. They're just a third party company. Sega's not dead. I hate when people say that they're dead. They're not dead. They just don't make consoles anymore. And I think they could still make consoles. They're not dead. They're still around. Have you read Jeff Johns' Hawkman run? I'm not a big I respect Hawkman, but I'm not the biggest Hawkman fan. I had a friend. She was a huge Hawkman fan. Anne Hathaway looks like Black Cat. I go with her. Oh, because she played Catwoman already, so you throw her in to play Felicia Hardy. Eh, interesting. Supergirl needs a new prankster. Terra Man Wonder also introduces. Okay, top notch. What is your opinion? Who is your who in your opinion was the sexiest women wrestler? I always thought Trish was so damn hot. Oh, we talking? We talking just WWE because that's hard because we just talking women's wrestling. Period. I guess we're just talking WWE. I like Trish, but I was always a leader guy. That was my girl right there. I love Trish, but yeah, Lita was definitely one of them. Victoria's she's she's still like that's what you get when you Mickey James is definitely up there. Beth definitely I dig Beth. Currently now there's too many now. I can't even tell you. DC needs new who's who. Marvel needs update official books. Yeah, China is the sexiest WWE women of all time. Okay, I've read a recent interview with Denzel Washington that he is open for a Marvel movie and role thoughts. Um, yeah, he talked about that on he talked about that when he was promoting the Equalizer 2 on Jimmy Fallon, I think. Jimmy Kimmel's show. I said Fallon, excuse me. He asked him about doing a superhero movie, and he says nobody asked me. Nobody's ever asked me to do one, and he was like, I think you look good in tights, and he's like, no, no, no. But if Denzel actually wanted to do a movie, a superhero movie, personally to me, there's only one character he could play that would make somewhat sense to me, him being it, because and that's the Blue Marvel, Adam Bershier. Um, if you never heard of Blue Marvel, look him up. He's he is basically the combination of Superman and Reed Richards together. Um, that would be great. Um, so yeah. Do you remember an old Disney superhero movie called the Condor Man? Condor Man. No, I don't. I think I no, I can't remember. I can see this Becky situation is causing you distress. Yeah, man, it is because I don't like it. Nobody's gonna boo her. I'm telling you. Um, Marion, What do you think of werewolves in the underworld movies? Big, huge, vicious, but not as big as the werewolves in Dog Soldiers. Everybody ever seen Dog Soldiers? Go watch that movie. That's one of my favorite werewolf movies. I'm sorry, I thought I remember. I thought I remember Power Girl being a villain when she debuted. I thought she was just an evil clone. Okay, all right. Well, see, first of all, you're getting your information from Justice League, and she wasn't even called Power Girl. Now that was Galatea. Power Girl, Karen Starr is basically what Kara Zor-El is gonna grow up to be. Originally she's from Earth 2, and then when the Earths merged, she came over. But she is Kara Zor-El, just grown up, fully developed. Um, but she goes by the name Karen Starr. She's not a bad guy. She's a good guy. That see you're getting it from that. That was I don't even consider that Power Girl in the Justice League. Um, no one remembers Christy Swanson anymore. I remember. Um, I remember. She's done some stuff. I just got what she was on, but nothing. Yes, he went from Angel to Bones. Now he's on the the um that army show that's on CBS. I have all the first season. I have to watch it. I gotta binge it soon. Hey Chris, what do you think of the character Lindsay McDonald? I love his character, but felt bad for him at the end. Love Christian Kane played him too. Lindsay, I, I like the actor. I know you're talking about Christian Kane. He's cool. Um, I loved him on the Librarians too. He was great on that. But Lindsay made his own. He made his own pie. He made his own bed. He had to sleep in it. He. I remember when Angel gave him a chance. He was like, "Yo, look, you can do this, or you can be Wolferman Hart's bitch all your life." He chose to be their bitch. So what did Angel do? Cut his hand right off. Shoop. And then he continued to stay with them. And then I think he fell for Darla and all that other nonsense. And then he came back, and it's like, yo, I didn't, I liked him, but then I didn't like him. I stopped liking him. I'm gonna ask one more question for you guys, but not yet. I'll answer it, ask it in a little bit. Um, aren't you tired of all these endless remakes and reboots? What's a good recent movie that you saw that was completely original and good? Uh, Get Out. There's a good one. Yeah, Get Out. Yeah, Get Out. Definitely, I can definitely say Get Out. There you go. Are you going to react to FB videos again? Yeah, when I get my laptop back. Um, have you read Deadpool Back in Black? I'm not a big Deadpool reader. I'm not a big Deadpool reader. So, Primus, I'm not the biggest Deadpool reader. I like him, but I don't read his comics as much. Well, I think I know the answer, but Eddie Brock, Venom, or Matt Gargan? Eddie Brock. I hated Matt Gargan as Venom. Pathetic. James Earl Jones is one of my favorite actors because I can relate to him growing up, stuttering as well. I will be a total mess the day he passes away. Such a wonderful person. Hey, don't jinx it. He's still around. James Earl Jones, great guy. Yeah, the voice he will always be Vader. Always. He will always be Thulsa Doom to me. He'll also be Mufasa. And hell, in the live action Lion King movie, he's coming back as Mufasa. Great stage performer too. He's He's still doing his thing, man. Got legend. Do you agree that with classic movies, TV shows, and video games, as well as web series, they should stop rebooting and just have continuation in yet another form like cartoons and anime? Some, not all. Some cartoon TV shows, maybe, but some of these remakes are actually really good. They're paying homage to the classics. For example, look at Hawaii Five O. I love Hawaii. When I was younger, I used to watch the syndications with my dad, and um, when they did a remake, I was like, "Wow, they're gonna do a remake," and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did, and it's going strong. It's actually filming their ninth season now. They're almost 10 seasons. There's not a lot of shows to this day that can say they've got over 9 or 8 seasons. It's hard just getting past season one now. Um, the MacGyver reboot on CBS. I didn't think I was gonna like that either, but it's actually really good. It's telling a different story. It's not, and they're bringing back Magnum. These are shows that I grew up with. I'm a child of the '80s, so and Magnum PI is coming back, and it's gonna be different, but it's gonna be in that same universe with Hawaii Five O and NCIS and all those shows. It's in the same shared universe. So we're gonna get a cross, and I think they already announced there will be a crossover between Hawaii Five O and Magnum PI. So yeah, but I understand where you're coming from. I do understand, but sometimes, you know, sometimes it doesn't always work out. Okay, I don't know if you've been asked this already, Chris, but when are you planning to come to Australia? um, when I save up the money to go there. So yeah. Um, what do you think? This is from Matthew Mann. What do you think if they made another Spider-Man film in the early 2000s with Sam Raimi, that they had Jim Carrey as Carnage as the main villain? That we all talked about that. Jim Carrey would have been Carnage, or so. I think he could have went to a dark place. I've seen Jim Carrey get dark, and Cletus Cassidy is psychotic, so I could have seen that. Speaking of Boom, there was a temporary. Did you see the? Yeah, I did see the switch. That's pretty cool with the switching of the Power Rangers. Kimberly is blue. Billy is black. I seen that. Yeah, that's cool. Who's your favorite Robin? Dick Grayson, Tim, or Damian Wayne? One. Let's do this in order. Tim Drake is my favorite Robin. Dick Grayson, fuck Damian Wayne. There you go. See, don't I got me cursing now again. Linda Hamilton is coming back. Linda Hamilton could play Silver Sable in film. I'm unsure if Wildpack would be used, but I would be cool to see Paladin. Linda Hamilton. You know who I can see playing Silver Sable? Charlize Theron. I can see her as Silver Sable. What is your favorite song to make? Oh yeah, we're not. No, we're not doing. Nah, that's a question off limits. No, thank you. But if Marvin Gaye, there you go. There's one. In the Bond, in the James Bond era, who was your favorite Bond girl? That would be a that you would love to see more of. Uh, honestly, I could have seen which movie was it? Tomorrow Never Dies. I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies. Michelle Yeoh's character. I would have loved to seen a spinoff of her character. She could have held it down. I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Um, do you think Eminem should continue acting rather than rapping? Stick with it. Stick with rapping. Do you think you Matthew asked me? Do you think even the cheesiest of fiction and nonfiction is better than Twilight? Still, yes. I don't care about Twilight. I don't. Top notch gaming. Topher Grace was a bad pick for Venom in Spider-Man 3. Do you think who do you think would have been a better choice for him? Uh, well, first of all, I wanted somebody bigger because Venom is Eddie Brock was always a big dude. He was a big dude. He was always a big dude. Um, so I don't know at the time. At that moment, I don't know. I'm glad I'm going to bed. Thank you. Thanks, Darth. Original or good movie for me would be Ninja Assassin. That's a good one too. Ninja Assassin is good. Have you been investing in showing shows like? Have you been invested in shows like True Blood, Being Human, Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, Firefly, Dollhouse, Farscape, Star Stargate, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Battlestar Galactica? Okay. Um, Teen Wolf. You talking about from MTV? Love that. Firefly, love that. Dollhouse was good. Wish it was longer. Farscape, somewhat. Stargate was another show I did watch on and off. Star Trek, love the original, always, and Next Generation, definitely. Haven't watched the new one that's on now. Doctor Who, I'm a Whovian. David Tennant is my favorite Doctor. Can't wait to see the new one coming. Battlestar Galactica, somewhat. A little bit before my time, but the remake I did watch some of it. How about interested in seeing a interested in a show like I was Babylon 5. I watched Babylon 5 on and off. Another one. Um, any idea why Harry? You ask me this all the time, and I told you before. It's personal. Gabi will come back when he wants to come back. Right now, he's got better things right now than comic reviews. Some stuff that I can't talk about that he's told me that is just personal between me and him. Uh, how about shows like Supernatural? Don't like Supernatural. I was done with Supernatural after they fought the devil and defeated. I was like, that was it. Grimm loved. That was my show. Wish it. I'm glad to see it lasted longer than it did. Um, Once upon a time, I on and off didn't only watch Alias, little bit, and Species. Species had a TV show. I don't remember that. Okay, if you were to any kind of werewolf from any media, what would it be and why? What I'm not understanding this question. Uh, Eminem was originally going to play the lead role in Southpaw. That would have been great. Yeah, and he was also going to be the lead role in James McAvoy's in Wanted. He was going to be that character. What do you think about 50 Cent these days? 50's. I'm like this with 50 nowadays. Like in the middle. Psycho. Okay, okay, I don't need to hear that. That's nasty. Okay. Is the Venom movie really going to work without Spider-Man? That's what Sony is hoping for. Well, always going. We're always going to respect M for his acting in 8 Miles and at least as well as in Funny People. Did you watch Andromeda? Yes, I did. Anything Gene Roddenberry touched or made, I was watching. So yeah. Do you watch Game of Thrones, Spartacus, and Rome? I don't watch Game of Thrones. I watched a little bit of Spartacus. Um, and Rome, no, I don't watch Game of Thrones. Um, and it's funny because I like dragons and stuff like that, but I think what threw me off a little bit when I started hearing all this incest and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to watch that. It just didn't draw me in. I'm that's what it is. Do you watch movie reviews on YouTube like Double Toast? Some. Don't watch a lot of movie reviews. Some people. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up in a few minutes. Thought I'd go a little bit longer because it's a special. Um, did you enjoy? Oh, did you enjoy Grimm the series? I thought it was awesome. Yeah, I just said I loved Grimm. I just said that. Yeah. Which anime character could you see taking up the mantle of Wonder Woman? I would say outside of Sailor Moon. Um. Uh. The Untouched Queen. Oh my God, what is her name? I'm forgetting her name right now. Ah, God damn it. She was from the show Freezing. She was the untouched queen. Nobody could beat her. She was good stuff. I loved her. She was great. Um, Top notch. In the words of Ghostface, what's your favorite scary movie from the '90s? Mine is Scream. Yeah, I love Scream. Did you see Scream the TV series? If so, did you think? I watched one episode and I was like, nah, this ain't working for me. What do you think of about Star Wars and what Disney is doing, investing in it lately? I I don't mind it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're gonna support it to a degree, even if you don't like some of the directions they're going. What I don't like, what's going on with Star Wars, is all this constant hate and trolling of characters, like the actress who was in the last Star Wars movie. What's her name? Trans. I mean, she got bullied for no reason for a character she played. It was just ridiculous. It was stupid. The first two Scream movies are classics. I liked them all. I actually liked them all. The fourth one was good too. I actually liked that one. Um, Julia Roberts' niece did a hell of a job in that movie. I was like, and but Nev Campbell has to step away. She has to step away now, and she can't be that character forever. She talked about that when she was promoting Skyscraper, how why she stepped away from acting for a while because all she kept getting was roles in a franchise to be the lead of a new scary movie franchise like Scream, and she didn't want to be that character, and I could respect that. I'm gonna get out. I love the channel. Get the computer back up and running and get it. Get at it. Peace out. Thanks, Dan. Thanks. Favorite Fantastic Four member, Johnny Storm. They are rebooting the Scream series. At least Robert L. Jackson is coming back for the role of Ghostface. Okay. Um, Top notch. Should Darth Maul have a standalone film after his sad limited appearance in the Phantom Menace? You mean like a prequel? Maybe. I don't know. The only prequel I want is a Yoda prequel. I want to know how he became, what he was like before he became Master Yoda. I want to know. That's what I'm interested in. Shadow guy for you. Who do you think had it worse in terms of weddings? Colossus, Bruce, or Bruce? For me, Bruce. It takes it. Bruce is taking it very hard. I'm worried about him. Yeah, I'm worried about both of them, but I would probably have to say Bruce Wayne. Bruce took it. That was fucked up right there. I'm sorry. Um. Oh yeah, Nev did well in the craft too. Yes, she did. She was in the craft. Love craft. Um. I meant to say if you were to. Oh, okay. Okay. Characters like Doku, Grievous, Telzi, and are underrated. Okay. Is that all the questions? Okay. Well, okay. Bulma for Wonder Woman is my pick. Okay. Uh, okay. We're gonna end this, guys, right here. I want to thank everybody for coming out, and chilling with me for a while. I'll be back next month with two more new live open mic Q and A's. I do two every month. Um, what's coming up soon? I plan to get this laptop fixed soon, so I can do more stuff with editing and things like that, and um, and do reactions again. Because I know there's some people that just come through the channel just to see my reactions. So I'm gonna get it fixed as soon as I can. Once again, like I said, I just need to get this replaced piece, and that's about it. But yeah, I've been kind of not pissed off, but I've kind of been like, lacking because I don't have my computer. Most of the time I'm using my things or this and that. But other than that, guys, thank you for coming through once again. What else? What things else I can tell you? I am once again still working on some merch. So you guys, once I get it up and get it running, you guys can start buying my merch. Buying some merchandise from me, shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm working with some animators from Fiverr.com. What's coming up also? Well, we got the Spider-Man game coming out next month. Iron Fist Season 2 comes out next month. Um, New York Comic Con is coming up in October. I will be there for 2 days. So I'll be taking as many pictures as I can, and maybe filming some stuff. I am dressing up again. I'm cosplaying as Soldier 76 from Overwatch. So, yeah. But other than that, guys, you guys take care. Thanks for watching. Peace.